Good evening. I am taking off my ACSD hat and speaking tonight solely on behalf of Fairfax County SEPTA. We watched the budget work session yesterday, and we feel it's imperative to raise two concerns to the school board, the ACSD, and the Department of Special Services. The first concern is regarding slide 6 from the budget presentation yesterday. The wording on the slide states, as part of accounting for professional development and planning time for elementary school teachers, that, quote, 2 monitors will be provided for every 3 classes of each school's largest grade level. Funding will provide, and the second bullet states, professional development collaborating with English language learners and special education support in a general education setting. While Ms. Burden's oral presentation only said special education, the slide specifies that monitors will only collaborate to support special education students that are in a general education setting. This is a major concern for special education teachers who are teaching in the self-contained multi-grade level classes. We heard the response from Dr. Presidio that there had not been a lot of specific planning on this yet, but that the elementary principals have been briefed on topics they would need to take into consideration when planning their master schedules. We are aware of the elementary schools right now that have such monitors with this intent hired from their ESSER funds, and those monitors are pulled regularly to support general education classrooms, continuing to leave self-contained teachers with less planning time than their general education counterparts. Beyond the staffing concern, this is also an equity concern. Explicitly planning for and ensuring there is support for special education students in a general education setting, but not providing that same level of explicit support and plan for students in a self-contained classroom communicates to teachers of those self-contained classrooms, as well as the families of students in those classrooms, that FCPS does not value these students and teachers the same way they value general education teachers and students. Central office must create and communicate an explicit plan of how to support the unique needs of multi-grade level self-contained classrooms so that they also receive planning parity with their colleagues. Our second concern is that elementary special education teachers are consistently feeling undervalued and overworked. While this is an issue across special education, this feeling has been exacerbated for elementary teachers in the last week with the news that teachers who are currently 208-day employees serving as the unofficial SpEd lead at their elementary schools for 8 hours a day will take a pay cut to be named the official special education lead next year, moving to a 208-day, 7.5-hour contract. While we heard what FCPS stated, that only teachers who have a student caseload are getting that extra half hour a day, we have been contacted by teachers who demonstrate that FCPS's statement is not what's actually happening on the ground. There are currently special education department chairs at the middle school and high school levels who do not have a student caseload, who are receiving the 208-day, 8-hour contract. That central office is apparently unaware of this consistency in what they're saying the rules are for that extra half hour a day and what is actually happening in practice is incredibly concerning. We understand that there is an additional conversation to be had about whether or how to fund this additional half hour after the ESSER funding is gone. However, that should not derail the conversation of ensuring pay equity between middle and high school special education department chairs and their elementary counterparts for the coming school year. Elementary special education leads are supporting 7 grade levels and manage significantly higher numbers of initial evaluations than secondary department chairs. FCPS must ensure pay parity across all schools. Individual decisions made at the principal level cannot result in the pay and contract inconsistencies currently being shared to SEPTA by special education teachers. Thank you.